the talk, and the attitude. That's right, we're sitting down with the one and only Fake Tua. Is he a clone, a stunt double, or a myth? Maybe even a legend? We'll find out. Buckle up because this is not your average interview. Let's get into it. And now to kick things off and see if Fake Tua can handle the heat, we're passing the mic to my partner in crime, Jazzy J. Take it away.
Uh, it is such a great pleasure to be able to be here with you guys and talk to the fake Tua Tungavailoa. I have a question for you. I want to know Monday night you went 17 for 25, 177 yards. You threw for 2 touchdowns. How
That's
does your
right, I did.
pregame how does your pregame snack game change and how does it differ week to week going up against these opponents that you're facing?
Oh, you already know this doesn't change. It's popcorn every week. Every week.
We're sticking to
Popcorn.
popcorn every game.
Right before it. I
You
Right
don't
love
before.
I
you don't
and I eat
you
the kernels so it gets stuck in my teeth and that drives me.
You don't feel that the butter on the popcorn maybe cause an effect in regards to your turnover situation?
I don't know. You tell me. We won on Monday.
You did win on Monday, but it
Yes,
wasn't in
thank you.
spectacular fashion, and it was against the Jets, who are a pretty subpar team.
Well, I like to think a win is a win, and Coach said winning's not losing.
That is a quote from Coach himself. Tua, let me ask you, man. You're coming off a big win. How are you feeling after this win? You did have two touchdowns. You didn't have any interceptions. You didn't pass for that many yards, but you were pretty efficient. How do you, when you look back on the game film, how do you evaluate yourself?
Emotionally, I feel great because of the win. Physically, I hurt a lot. There was some hits there that I took that really put a beating on me. But we're getting better every week. That's what we do. That's who we are.
Okay, I love it. There was a moment in the game that got kind of scary to her. I didn't think you were going to get back up from it. History shows that when you hit the ground like that and when your head hits the floor, you don't come back up the same way that you went down.
Yeah.
What were you thinking during that hit?
Well, I mean, plainly, I wasn't thinking. And then sometimes what happens is you slide like that, and sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you don't. And I didn't.
This time you didn't get
That
hurt.
time, I'm a winner.
He's a winner. All right, Jazzy, you got something for Tua. Give it to him.
So I want to know, how do you handle the pressure of being a failed franchise quarterback for the Miami Dolphins?
Oh God. Jazzy, that question used to taunt me. It would keep me awake at night. I would think to myself, oh God, what if I am a failed franchise? But then they paid me so much money that I sleep okay now. I sleep better. And I don't deal with it.
Speaking of sleep, what do you dream about when you sleep?
That's a good one.
Josh Allen.
It's Josh Allen. Did you say that correctly? Josh Allen?
Yeah, he's a beautiful man.
He is a very attractive, handsome man. He does have a
Yeah.
beautiful wife as well. Tua, we got another question. A lot of these questions that the fans send us, they actually have to do a lot about food. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. No, we're gonna keep it the same. The fans want food questions. We're gonna ask you food questions, Tua. Are you ready?
Oh, I love it. Let's
Okay.
go.
All
That's
right.
that's
So
easy.
that's easy. All right. So one of the fans submitted a question, and they said, "How has playing under Coach McDaniel changed your post-game diet?"
My post game diet is
Yes.
not so much. I mean, Monday after we won, he thought we were the Panthers. He wanted to go to Dairy Queen, but not really. He doesn't affect my food, my intakes very much. He loves me. He just lets me kind of do what I got to do, or what I want to do.
What's your relationship with Coach McDaniel on a
Oh,
day-to-day basis?
we're such good friends. I talk to him every day. Yeah, obviously, and
You
and
talk to your head coach every day.
yeah, every day we talk every day for hours. It's crazy.
Can you give us some insight on what you guys are talking about?
It's not my post game diet, that's for sure.
Okay,
But
so
you
we
know, all kinds of things. We talk about life and football, mostly football, but life, you know, and then more football.
okay. So Tua, we're coming off a win. The Dolphins currently stand as at 1-3. We got a big game next week on the road against the Carolina Panthers. What's your mindset going into that game? And what are your thoughts on, are we going to get this dub, Tua? Are we going to win? Are you going to perform good? Are you going to have a good game on Sunday?
Well, my plan every week is to have a good game.
Hmm.
And then obviously we're gonna take this momentum from the win, and we know we've
Hmm.
got to do it for Tyreek now, because you know my brother has gone down, my brother in arms, he's gone down, and I
Why
hope the
would you?
best for him. And you know, I love him, and I
Okay.
spoke to him. He said everything's going okay. He's all right. But yeah, no, we want to win. We want to win every week. You know, that's what we do. Oh God, that's it. I mean, yeah, yeah. Every week we got to win
Okay.
for coach.
For Coach, while we're on the topic of Tyreek Hill, the Tyreek Hill injury was very unfortunate. It was
Oh God,
sad to
that was
see.
gruesome.
It,
I really am sorry for him.
it was bad. But we do have another question that came in from our Instagram feed, and this one comes from Ephraim underscore elite. He says, I have a question for Tua. Was Tyreek Hill's season-ending injury your best pass of the year?
That's a good question.
Oh, yes, 100% yes. Yes, that was, you know, it was very unfortunate, but that was, and his catch was amazing too. The fact that he held on to it, it's amazing. But you know, yeah, that was a good question. But yes, that was this year. He said this year, right?
Yeah, this year. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
yeah. Oh yes, yes, for sure,
Go ahead.
sure.
What was your reaction when you seen him on the stretcher or the golf cart and he was just so happy. I've never seen someone so happy after getting injured. What was your initial reaction to that? What do you think was
Oh
going through
God.
his mind?
Oh, well, at first, well, like I said, I was so distraught at first. So when I saw him there celebrating happy, I was so elated. I was, you know, I was happy for him and for everyone, for all of us. Just, you know, he was happy and I was happy for him. And, you know, I mean, that's how I felt about it.
I don't
Tua,
understand. How do you find moments of elation and joy during that moment? The both of you, like,
Well,
what's going on?
well, he's strong, you know, so I know him that that wasn't a front. That he was genuinely happy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So yeah. So I was happy.
All right, I'm gonna kick it to Jazzy. He's got something for you.
Tua, what part of Tyreek's game are you going to miss the most on the field and in the locker room?
Oh, just everything. He was such a huge part of our offense. You know, and I love throwing him the ball. So now you know somebody's got to step in his place, and I hope that they can make catches like those. You know.
Do you blame yourself for that injury?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, that is a tough one. I mean, no, you know, the game is the game. You got to play it, and sometimes, you know, things happen, and that, like I said, very unfortunate. It happened, but not my
You,
fault. No.
you know, former head coach Herm Edwards once said, "You play to win the game." When you play, what is your motivation? Why are you playing the game? Is it to win?
Yes, at the end of the day, it's to win. But my immediate goal is to make myself look better than before.
Okay, that's a good one. I have another one for you too. So I'm watching the game, and I'm with my girlfriend, and she says, "My God, why does he look like he's such in a rush?" And she's just an avid football fan, big Philadelphia Eagles fan, but even she noticed that you look a little skittish out there. Is there a reason for the happy feet and the pants on fire? What's going on, Tua?
I'm just trying to hype my guys up. That's all. I'm just trying to be the energy. You know, bring it. You gotta be the change you want, you know. So I'm trying to bring energy. So I move fast. I I gotta move fast and sometimes you can't. So you're standing still, you shake yourself.
Did you say you shit yourself?
No, no, you shake it, you shake yourself because you're so full of energy, you're just vibrating.
Okay, okay. I thought
Yeah.
you said I just wanted to make
Oh
sure you're not
no.
shitting yourself out there
No,
too.
no, no, no. Not in a very long time.
It's been a while. All
It's
right,
been
too.
it's been a few seasons, last season maybe. Well, let's move on.
Okay, Jazzy's got something for you, shitty pants.
That's not nice at all. I thought I was with friends here.
We are very good friends too. What would you say? What lessons do you learn coming off of a loss?
Well, we learn a lot of things. You know, when you lose, you learn a lot about yourself and the game. And then when you watch the replays, you see how sometimes the refs are full of shit. But you learn a lot of things. Me personally, my takeaway after every loss is, was it my fault? And then most times it kind of not my fault. So so I'm okay.
So most times when we're
Yeah.
losing games and you're throwing more interceptions than you're throwing touchdowns, that's not your fault.
Well, how many throws do you want me to throw before a touchdown?
Wait, what?
Because there's a lot of them. You're just counting the touchdown throws and then saying the interceptions versus that. But I've thrown maybe a lot of throws before the touchdown was missed or something. What's your logic there? I don't understand.
Tua, you're not playing good enough. You're making me upset, and I don't like it.
No, and I understand. And I tried last week, damn it, and we played good. Now let's have a civil interview. All right. I'm sorry that it hasn't been going well. Jesus. All right.
you know, Speaking of shit, what team has caused you to have the biggest pregame bowel movement?
Ooh.
Oh God. It used to be Josh Allen, but then I met him. So maybe maybe I would say, because you know who else is very intimidating to me is is that guy over in Kansas City, Patrick
Mahomes?
Mahomes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, that kid's crazy. So yeah, I shit pretty wild the night before. But also I ate at this diner, and I don't think that I should have eaten there.
What diner did you go to,
I
Tua?
I can't remember the name. We landed late, and it was on the way home, and so we had the hotel was there on the way.
For what
We
it's worth, I'm not surprised you can't remember, Tua. It doesn't shock me.
Yeah, we're not gonna blame you for that one.
Yeah. All right, Tua. We got Smoking Joe here. He says he heard that you're a Yankee fan. Are you actually rooting for the Yankees in this MLB playoff series against the Red Sox?
No, that is incorrect.
It's incorrect.
Incorrect. I am a Marlins fan.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Have you ever been to a Marlins game?
I haven't been able to really make the time.
Okay, that's fair. All right, Tua. I don't know if you've heard the news, but Bad Bunny will be headlining this year's Super Bowl. What is your initial reaction to that?
Oh, I'm so happy for him because he's such a sweetheart. That guy is such a good guy. And his music, it makes you shake your hips. And I love that. I like that. He's a good guy. I'm gonna ask him for tickets to see if he can get me
Yeah.
tickets.
Are you a good
You're
dancer, Tua?
What was that?
Are you a good dancer?
Well, maybe if I have a couple drinks in me, and if the song really touches my heart,
All right, we
your
got a
Bad
hips
Bunny,
have
question here.
been
Bad Bunny songs touch my heart sometimes.
Okay, we got a question here coming in from the chat, Tua. They want to know if you remember what you had to eat today.
Earlier today, I
Yes.
had 3 boiled eggs for breakfast, and then for lunch, I had a ham and cheese with mayonnaise and mustard on it, and then they loaded it with all the veggies. They
Oh,
put them
no
all
pop,
on there. Yeah, it was
no
crazy.
popcorn today.
It was like a salad. What's that with the popcorn?
No, I got his attention.
You don't. You guys think it's funny that I love popcorn? That's all right. Well, anyway, I had the ham and the cheese, and then for dinner I had a steak. You know, just like everyone else.
How do you take
But
your steak? How do you take your steak?
well done.
Oh,
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
Why?
No, it makes me feel. It makes me feel alive to chew it.
You know, earlier you said you like to shake your hips when you're listening to Bad Bunny, and your hips have been surgically repaired.
That's true.
Yes.
How does listening to Bad Bunny affect your hips on game day?
Oh, it's good for my hips. It keeps me agile and relaxed. You know, Bad Bunny stretches me out and warms me up.
Pause.
No Diddy.
All right, Tua. This was a great conversation. We appreciate you joining the show. The audience loves you. You got a big
I
game.
love you guys. I love the audience.
Yes, they love you too. We got a big game this Sunday. Will we be able to have you next week, Tua?
Oh yeah, come by. I like you guys. We could do this all the time if you want. You know,
Okay, okay,
whenever
perfect.
you want. Well, you know, okay, yeah. Well, talk to. They're telling me that maybe I can't. So we'll just you talk to my people, and they'll work it out with you.
Okay, perfect. Jazzy, do you have any final questions or remarks for Tua before he gets out of here?
I just want to say to I'm a big fan. I love you, and you know, keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate every mistake that you make out there.
Oh, thank you.
Tua, get your shit together and play better because I'm tired of
Oh
it. And this is
God,
the last time I'm gonna tell you. You got
Jesus
it?
Christ, with the mixed messages. One of you telling me you love the mistakes, the other one saying get it together. I love you both, but I don't. I give you both what you want. I do a little this, a little bit of that.
That works. Tua, we love you, man. Thank you for
I
joining the
love you
show.
guys.
All
You
right, we'll
guys
see
have a
you.
good night.
Do you have
Have a
anything
good
to
night.
say before you leave?
No, no, I'm I just love you guys. I'm glad that you give me the opportunity to share this side of myself with people because I know they don't get to see this side very often, and so it's good for me to share this side of myself.
All right,
And
Tua.
thank you for the opportunity. And I
Yep.
love your questions and keep them coming. And
Okay.
if you wanna shoot me a couple questions, and then I'll write you back an answer, and you can just do that. You post it on the screens or something. That's what you do, right?
This is yeah. We can do. We can definitely work that out for you,
All
Tua.
right. Yeah, no, whatever. I'm open for you guys. I love you guys.
Go enjoy your
Um,
popcorn.
Go
oh,
enjoy.
did you hear the microwave?
Bye, Tua. Get
Bye,
out of
guys. I
here.
love you. Have a good night.
We
Bye.
love
Love
you
you
too.
too.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your exclusive one-on-one interview with Fake Tua. I'm Jazzy. This guy's fucking losing his mind, bro.
I'm losing my mind just listening to him.
Yeah, it
Unbelievable.
makes sense why we're 1-3 and he's been a failure for as long as he's been here, brother.
It's the popcorn. It's got
It's
to be the
definitely the
popcorn.
popcorn. All right, guys, we're gonna segue into a little bit of Bad Bunny, Benito, El Conejo Malo, Jazzy.
Bad Bunny,
How
baby.
hype are you for this Super Bowl halftime announcement that was made that Bad Bunny's gonna be headlining?
I love it. I think it was a great decision in regards to pop culture. There's, in my opinion, there's nobody topping the charts the way Bad Bunny is right now. I mean, he's in full control. You look at what he's doing, not only musically, but for Puerto Rico on the island, financially, fiscally, what he's bringing in. I mean, this guy's a superhero, in my opinion. And yeah, we have Puerto Rican descent, so I will be a little bit biased here, but I mean, what that guy's doing, it's awesome.
Definitely. So he'll definitely be headlining this Super Bowl, and it's a significant moment for Latin representation in mainstream American entertainment. And this kind of highlights the NFL's like growing influence on the Latin culture, and just spreading the game globally. They just came off of a game, I believe Pittsburgh and Minnesota were in Ireland. We've seen games in Mexico. We've seen games in Germany. Do you think we'll see a game in Puerto Rico?
I would love to. I think that'd be great. You expand, bring the Caribbean into it. You bring in more Latin fans into it, and Latin fans, we are very passionate people, you know. So I think it'd be a great idea, and it's a great starting point. And Bad Bunny being that starting point, you can't get any better than that.
Nah, most definitely. With this announcements, there was a lot of backlash
A
from
lot.
people claiming like hypocrisy given his past avoidance of U.S. performances, to labeling him as divisive and unpatriotic. Some commentators have even criticized his gender fluid fashion and political activism, framing his selection as a challenge to tradition American values. Like, what are your takes on this? Are they looking too deep into it? The dude's just an artist. Like, what's going on here? Or is it just the world we live in? Sorry to ask you such a tough question, by
No,
the way.
it's a deep question, but it's the world we live in. You know, it's the giant elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. There's huge segregation when it comes to this country, and it's sometimes that hate. It can be louder than the love that we should be showing each other. But I personally think that artists are eclectic. That's just in their nature. That's why they are artists. That's why we
Hmm.
are drawn to them. That's why we want to see what they do, whether it's singing, acting, performing, painting. They have this something inside of them that it's different. And different is it's good. You know, it's good. And I think there's just a lot of people that y- they don't like different. And you know, we got to embrace the different, and that's the way we grow.
Definitely. And, you know, he's getting a lot of backlash. Um, Maybe because all his songs are just strictly Spanish. And but you know, we've had previous Latin stars not necessarily headline, but co-headline. And I got a list of names of people, and I never heard this shit happen before, but for some reason now that it's Bad Bunny, like people are in an uproar, and it really doesn't make no sense because even like all my American friends, my African American friends, like they all love Bad Bunny. They don't even know Spanish, but they know this man's lyrics to his music. So I really don't know where this is coming from, but here's a list of some of the people that have headlined the Super Bowl. Jennifer Lopez, Puerto Rican. J Balvin was a co-headliner. Shakira, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias. I can't believe he did a Super Bowl. That must have been a horrible halftime show. And Gloria Estefan. So it's like, this isn't new. We've had this in the past. And when you think of Bad Bunny, I'm pretty sure he's like the number one artist, like globally. So it just really doesn't make any sense. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait to see it. And it's funny, we're going on 2 years in a row where there's a lot of backlash. Last year's backlash was it was like too much hip hop. You had Serena Williams and everybody crip walking on the stage. I enjoyed the Kendrick Lamar performance. The audience looked like they didn't, but I'm super excited. And is there any one song that you're looking forward to him playing the most when this performance comes?
No, there's no one particular song. I love all his songs. The one album, his last album that he just dropped. I hope we're getting a lot of songs from that album because I think he's got like 10 banger. You know, the whole album from beginning to end, they're all bangers. So I would love to hear everything from that. But I'm gonna be interested to see who he collabs with because every year, every performer, they have their own special collabs and who they're bringing in, and it's always like a surprise. So for me, this will I'm super interested to see who he's going to bring into the show with him to do this performance, or if he's just going to handle it solo by himself. But either way, yeah, for me, it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, that's a good question or something to like analyze. I don't think the NFL would just strictly like leave it all English for the whole show. There has to be somebody who comes in and performs and talks a little bit of English or has an English song, don't you think? Or maybe Bad Bunny does some wash it and performs an English song or does like a version of somebody else's song in English. Do you think the whole show will be in Spanish?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I think you're correct in that aspect where there's going to be some kind of English performance there. But Bad Bunny is super mainstream, man. He's on Jimmy Fallon all the time. He's talking English on there. He's always doing videos. He was in the Adam Sandler movie speaking English. So, and the guy is like he's practicing to perfect his English to make it better. So the dude is super mainstream. I just think people love to hate, you know? Haters just love an opportunity to hate, and this was their opportunity to shine, and they're doing it right now.
Definitely. So I got three questions for you, Jazzy. Um, you can choose to pass if you do not want to engage. Are you okay with this game?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's do it. All right, question one, Jazzy. Do you see Bad Bunny's performance as a form of cultural expression or political protest?
On the Super Bowl, at the Super Bowl,
Oh yeah,
I
100%
think
Super
I,
Bowl.
I think right now he's in a more of a cultural expression. Right now, Bad Bunny is really carrying Puerto Rico on his back, and we
For sure.
see what he's done with the economy over there, and how he's trying to lift up that island. So I think right now he's in a cultural expressive place mentally, and I'm looking forward to that because I
Of
love
course.
the PR flag. So let's show it
Absolutely.
out.
All right, question number two. How do you feel about artists using major platforms like the Super Bowl to express political views? You can
That's what you
take it or
have
you
your
can
voice
pass it.
for. No, I'll take it. I ain't scared of you, mother. You know? That's what you have the platform for. You know what I'm saying? You work so hard to get to this level. We live in this country that allows us to speak our mind. And if you have this platform that's gonna give you an audience that's gonna listen to you, then speak. Let your voice be heard and let your truth be told. Go out there, speak. If you don't like it, listen. You don't have to listen. You have a remote control. Change the channel. Go somewhere else. Change the station. You don't have to listen.
Big facts. Jazzy coming in hot. We got Ethan on the chat, DTMF. Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve. Ethan, mándame más nude, por favor. We got Titi me preguntó si tengo mucha novia. My Titi did
Bangers.
not do that. I only have one girlfriend. We're good here. They trying to set me up, Jazzy.
Don't let
All
them
right.
get you.
Nah, never, never, never. All right, I got the last question for you, Jazzy, in regards to this subject. It says, what are your expectations for Bad Bunny's halftime show? Share your thoughts using. Oh, no, that'll be it. Just what are your expectations? Sorry about that, audience.
I think he's gonna bring the show that he had in Port. Okay, so what he had in his Puerto Rico show, his residency that he was doing
Yes.
there, it was beautiful. From the mountains that he had in the background to the casita that he was doing, the people he was bringing in with him to collab with. I think we're gonna see a lot of that, but on a grander scale. You see what the NFL does and the money that they have. This is gonna be a spectacle of spectacles, and the vision that that dude has, and with the money that he's going to be at his disposal. I mean, I can't wait. With the lights, the visuals, the sound, everything. It's just gonna be awesome. It's gonna be there for us to enjoy. And Gloria Stefan, she performed here, and she famously said, "The rhythm is gonna get you." So
Hmm.
once Bad Bunny gets out there and he starts dropping those beats, my friends, the rhythm is gonna get you. And like
Yeah.
Tua said, let those hips
Let those lips
move.
go. Man, I've been seeing a lot of the clips of, I don't know if you saw it when Tua, I mean, Tua, you got Tua stuck in my fucking head. When Bad Bunny came out for his WWE performance, dun 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 dun. He came out with his like stick, man. I think this shit's gonna be lit. It's gonna be crazy. Obviously, we're biased, but I'm telling you, man, like I spoke about earlier, I got American friends, I got African American friends, I got Asian friends. Like, they're all super hype about this. I think it's amazing what the NFL is doing, and shout out to Jay-Z for, in my opinion, putting together two amazing back-to-back Super Bowl halftime shows. And this is a can't miss. This is a slam dunk. This is a fucking layup. You can't go wrong with Bad Bunny. I have another question from you, not from the list. So a little bit of barbershop talk. We're at work and we're talking, and some people are like, it's very hypocritical of Bad Bunny to accept this invitation after he said that he wouldn't be doing any shows in the United States anymore. Obviously, he said it was because he didn't want to put people in danger of ice and this and that. What are your thoughts on the fact that people are calling him a hypocrite for doing this show? And like we got a chat here, it says Bad Bunny brought in $700 million to Puerto Rico. That's almost a billy, bro. My man's almost brought $1 billion, and now he's taking this Super Bowl show, and there's people in the community that are saying he's a hypocrite for taking this opportunity. What do you say to those people?
First of all, I want to thank you for asking me that question, and I was hoping so badly that you would ask me that question. For those people who are saying that he's a hypocrite for doing this, they're ignorant. They're completely ignorant to the facts. When Bad Bunny said that he wasn't going to add any US shows to his residency, to his concert and this album that he was doing, it was because he was doing that specifically for Puerto Rico. And he was telling the United States people, which do not need a passport if you live in the US to travel to PR, if you want to go see this particular concert, not Bad Bunny in general, just this particular concert, fly over to PR, spend some money in PR, and come enjoy the show in PR. This had nothing to do with Bad Bunny and him not going anywhere else to perform. It was about him specifically performing this concert in Puerto Rico. So when he said he wasn't going to add any US dates to this, he was talking in regards to this specific concert. He wasn't going to add any US dates to this concert. But if you wanted to see it, you were more than welcome to go over and watch the show in PR to help the economy in Puerto Rico. And like the our fan Efren here put, $700 million he brought into PR, and that was the main focus. That was the point in which why he wasn't adding any U.S. dates to that, because he wanted to lift up Puerto Rico, and he did a freaking hell of a job doing it. For those of you people calling him a hypocrite, you're ignorant. Do some research, read up, and come on, man. Stop hating. Express some
Jazzy's
love.
coming in hot. I kind of got goosies reading this last comment that came in, and it says, "What's crazy is Super Bowl performers don't get paid," and I get goosies because after everything you mentioned, and Bad Bunny doing this for the culture, doing this for the island, doing this for his expression about everything that he feels about, like. He's not gaining anything. He's already the number one global superstar in the world. What does he gain from this, Jay? I don't think he gains anything. So him doing this, it speaks even more volumes about who he is, what he thinks of his culture and his people. Like, what's your take on that?
It would be completely asinine for an artist to say, I don't want to go to the mountaintop and perform my art. The Super Bowl halftime show, that's not just some regular ordeal. That's the pinnacle. That's the mountaintop. You get invited to that, you don't say no. You say, yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to share my art with the world. This isn't about him getting more fans or notoriety. This is about the opportunity that a Puerto Rican artist is getting to perform at the Super Bowl. When you're asked to do that, man, with a smile on your face and an open heart, you say, absolutely yes, I'm gonna do it. That's why he's doing this, because it's the Super Bowl. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, most definitely. It's gonna be a great experience. I'm super hype. Sorry to use the word super, but I'm so excited for this. We got a long way to go, but it's gonna be awesome. Watching the Super Bowl, and you got the Dolphins at the same time. It's gonna be a great day.
That pathway to 5-3, huh?
The pathway to 5-3. All right, Jazzy. We're getting ready to wrap it up. We got the Dolphins. Actually, before I even put that statement out there, is there anything that you want to speak about? Anything you want to touch, address, talk about? Don't
No,
you
I'm
get me
excited.
soccer. Don't do it.
No.
Don't you
Yo,
fucking do it.
we had Champions League today.
I'm not doing this with you right now, bro.
No, I'm excited for this week. We got a big sports week coming up here with the Hurricanes and FSU. And even though FSU, I know you guys touched on this last night, even though they got that one loss, like I said last week, it's a rivalry game. These two colleges, they hate each other. These two universities, they don't like each other. And these two universities, they want to be the reason that the other one loses and gets completely thrown out. So even though FSU has that one loss, they're going to try their hardest to make sure that they throw Miami out of contention from being the number one team in the country. So I'm super excited to see how this team, with all the hype, the Hurricanes, that is, all the hype that they have and everything that they have going for them going into Doak Campbell, how they're going to respond to that crowd, to the energy, to the team that's going up against them. And it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a barn burner, a slobber knocker, and I'm excited for it.
Most definitely. Somebody said, can't wait. Can't wait to see Bad Bunny and Dolphins
And the
play. Me
Dolphins
too,
play.
brother. Me too. I can't wait to see that shit. Yo, while we're still talking about FSU UM, gotta give you your flowers between you and fucking Ozzy Fresh. You guys called it from the jump. All episode. Trap game, trap game, trap game. And
Yep.
sure enough, bro, FSU ended up falling to Virginia. It was a great game. So,
Great game.
the Circle of Slime, we're 1 for 1 on our hot takes. We're only counting the victories here. Nobody needs
That's
to know
it.
anything
That's
else.
all that matters.
That's all
Nothing
that
else
matters.
matters.
We got another big game coming up on Sunday. The Dolphins travel to Charlotte to play the Panthers. Um, what is your outlook on that game, especially now without Tyreek Hill? Do you think we come out of that game with a win? We've seen the Panthers up and down. They annihilated Atlanta. The next week they get thrashed I believe it was the Patriots. What do you think about this game, brother?
I actually think that this is one of those losses in regards to Tyreek Hill that it's going to be a addition by subtraction, and I think that now that Tyreek isn't there, I feel like the pressure may be a little bit off Tua, where he doesn't have to force the ball to Tua, and he can more spread it out to players like Washington, to Jalen Waddle, to even to the tight end now, and spreading it out in the flat to the running back. I think he's gonna have more opportunities, whereas before he may have been in his mind, I gotta force feed Tyreek. I gotta force feed Tyreek because Tyreek, he's gonna go out and he's gonna speak his mind. Well, you don't have that there
Oh,
anymore. So I think this might be one of those injuries that it may be an addition by subtraction. And I
nah,
think we should dominate that game against Carolina. I don't believe in them whatsoever.
we will attempt to
We
dominate,
will
Jazzy.
attempt to dominate. Yes. I think they're going to make a strong attempt at domination.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from the gridiron to the Super Bowl stage, we've had a little bit of everything tonight. Big thanks to Fake Tua for the laughs and to Bad Bunny for always being in the mix. This
Ooh.
has been the Circle of Slime show where the culture talks back. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're at, wherever you are, we thank you for being here with us tonight. It's me, your boy Skinny, and your boy Jazzy J.
Skew.
Haven't had a ski you in a while. Peace out, everybody. That's for my boy Slime. We love you, and we'll catch you next.